The City of Cape Town distanced itself from PPA Security. Safety and Security Executive Director Richard Bosman joins us now live from our Cape Town studios. Afternoon to you, Mr. Bosman. So, a lot's been said about this incident in the last 12 hours or so. What is your understanding of what happened on Sunday?
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you for having me. My understanding, this was first brought to our attention on Monday by media journalists. We then followed up. And the understanding we received was that after our staff had left the beach, people were then asked to leave by the private security company itself.
The lawyer for PPA Security, that's Bruce Hendricks, he says here, and I quote, "The beach was closed by Metro Police or City of Cape Town due to violent and criminal conduct on the beach. They then contacted police after this incident happened there, and there were complaints of sexual assault, and everyone was getting the people away from the beach." Is that a lie by PPA's lawyer?
Okay, I think there's a lot of misinformation going around at the moment. On the 23rd, there were no serious incidents recorded. Our staff have been to the SAP to check on it today. What we have done in the meantime, we've informed PPA. They've got no jurisdiction on the beach. They don't have any right to enforce any bylaws or any of our access control points, and that they have no job or place on our beach. The city will manage the beach and will decide on any actions to be taken if required.
That doesn't answer my question, Mr. Bosman. I asked you quite clearly, is PPA's lawyer lying in claiming that it was the Metro in the City of Cape Town or the city itself that shut the beach on the day in question on Sunday because of violent and criminal behavior? Is that statement accurate or a lie?
The statement is not accurate. The city never shut the beach on Sunday.
So who shut it then?
It was the private security guards. It was not the city.
And where were the people responsible for the beach when the private security company closed it?
My understanding is that this had happened after our staff had gone off duty. They had finished their shift at 8 o'clock already, and this happened after that.
What is the mandate of your staff at the beach? What exactly are they there to do?
Okay, our staff are law enforcement officers appointed by the municipality. They are appointed as peace officers, and their main job on the beach is to see to the city's bylaws being enforced, as well as to see to the safety on the beach. They also monitor the activities of lifeguards and just general behavior on the beaches.
So how then do they leave a beach that they're supposed to be guarding when there were clearly still people at the beach? Why did they go?
Okay, Shyam, our staff work shifts. We don't have staff that work 24-hour shifts. So the staff work extended hours in summertime. They work between 8 and 10 o'clock at night. Last night they were on there till 10 o'clock as the beach was a bit busy. So they alternate their shifts between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
Last night was Wednesday. I'm asking you about Sunday. What time did they leave, and what time did this removal of people from the beach, by what you're saying, were simply or strictly PPA security?
Okay. The staff vacated the area at 8 o'clock on Sunday evening. And my understanding is from the staff, when I spoke to them this morning, is that this happened afterwards, that the PPA security came around and asked people to leave the beach.
Why would your staff leave at 10 o'clock on Thursday, but leave at 8 on Wednesday, but then leave at 8 on Sunday, given that this is the festive season and people generally stay out longer to enjoy beaches and the like?
Okay. Sunday evening was a fairly quiet evening. Yesterday was Boxing Day, and they stayed on until 10 o'clock yesterday due to the size of the crowd. Friday evening was fairly quiet. Yesterday the beaches got quite busy in the afternoon, and the staff worked on the beaches until 10 o'clock.
At what point did PPA move in, and what communication, if any, did you have with the security company, and what was their mandate?
Sure. My understanding is from the media release that was issued, they moved in after 8 o'clock. And in terms of communication with the security company, they're a private security firm. They've got no mandate to work on the city's beaches or to enforce any of the city's bylaws. And I indicated this to them on Boxing Day, as well as reiterated that to them again this morning, which they acknowledged receipt of.
PPA is citing reports of alleged rape on the beach. That was at least in the initial reports as part of the reason why they were brought in, apparently by the City of Cape Town. You are saying that by your own checks, you've not been able to find any proof of such incidents being reported. So is PPA lying about that as well?
Sham, let me just confirm. My staff went to the station at Camps Bay this morning. There's no confirmation of 2 rapes that took place on the 23rd. And in terms of PPA, they have no mandate from the city to act on the beaches.
So why would PPA then give false information on the alleged rapes and also lie about having obtained permission from you to move in at Clifton?
Sham, I'm in no position to answer on PPA. They would have to answer for themselves. We've asked the police to follow up. And the city is also going to be laying a complaint with the security industry regulatory body for the company operating outside of their mandate.
But have you not questioned PPA at all as the City of Cape Town about what happened on Sunday, given that you are responsible for that beach, Mr. Bosman?
Sean, we've asked them to clarify their role. They've not responded in doing that other than issuing a statement, and we're going to be asking the police to follow up.
You also go on here in your statement to say the city has acted swiftly to address the conduct of PPA staff once you became aware of it. Beyond laying this complaint, how did you address their conduct?
Sham, I've been in contact with one of the company's directors and indicated to him exactly what they can and cannot do on the beach, and also indicated that they have to stay off the beach and not enforce any bylaws, failing which the city will act appropriately.
Mr. Bosman, you've just said one response ago that you've not had any feedback from PPA, but you're also saying now in this reply that you spoke to one of the company directors. Why didn't you take him to task fully in that conversation?
Okay. I emailed the gentleman on Boxing Day indicating what the role and responsibility is. I then met with my staff this morning to find out what was going on, and once again indicated to them what they can and cannot do, and that they ought to stay off the beach. They acknowledged this in email to me this morning, that they've noted what I've said.
To note is simply not good enough, given the level of upset this has caused. What would you like to see PPA do to fix this?
And the first thing is PPA must stay off the beaches and not implement any form of access or any control on the beach. Our staff are there, will manage it. And I think PPA need to review what their mandate is from the ratepayer body. They've got no mandate from the city to manage the beaches or to do any enforcement on the beaches at all.
So PPA was rendering a service to the city as per their account. So logic follows that you would then receive some sort of invoice for their services, which would allow you to track who would have brought them in. Am I correct?
Sure, you're making a lot of assumptions. PPA is not rendering a service for the city, and the city is not paying them in any way for their service.
But if a private security company says they were called in by the city to help clear a beach, I'd imagine they would not be doing it for free. Or would they?
Sure, I wish to say it again. They're not working for the city. The city is not paying them in any way at all.
But they say they were, Mr. Bosman. Are they lying?
Sure, I'm saying it to you again. They're not employed by the city. They're not invoicing the city for any of their services.
Have you called them out for lying about being brought in by you on Sunday?
No, I haven't called them out for lying. I've just put them on their place, telling them what they can and what they cannot do.
But if a security company, Mr. Bosman, says they were brought in by you, they remove people from the beaches, it's now led to various complaints, some people saying that this is a case of racial profiling of black people on your beaches. Surely you should do more than just put them in their place if they are lying about having been called in to assist you.
Sure, that's correct. And as I've indicated you, we're going to be laying a complaint with the industry regulatory body. And we've also lodged a complaint with Camps Bay SAPS this morning on what has actually been happening on the beach.
What charges do you want them to face, PPA?
Well, what we want to do is we first want to lay a complaint against them in terms of the code of conduct, which they have to adhere to as a registered security company. And also we want to encourage people who claim that they were intimidated on the night in question to go and lay charges against the SAPS. And we'll be looking at laying fraud charges for the misrepresentations they've made.
But Mr. Bosman, some of the people who were at your beach on Sunday blame you for what happened because you are the city, you are responsible for Clifton Beach. Do you shoulder the responsibility for the ill treatment of people who came to your city for a holiday?
No, as I said to you, we were not aware they closed the beach off. We were notified on Monday by the media about it, and then we put in an investigation, and we then discovered that they closed the beach after 8 o'clock on Sunday evening.
So would you agree then you should have done a better job in securing the beach from Sunday and not left a busy beach in the middle of the festive season, knowing very well the sort of risks that come with having people on a beach?
Shyam, I've been doing this for 11 years. This is the first year that this has happened at Clifton. Sunday night the beach was quiet. Monday night the beach was quiet. Boxing Day our staff worked until 8 o'clock. We had no incidents on our beaches yesterday of any drowning or of any serious incidents.
I'm sorry to have cut you off there. What happens if PPA is able to prove that the City of Cape Town had enlisted their help? What will you do then?
Well, Shyam, I'm telling you as the Executive Director, the city has not contracted PPA and there's not any invoices. I warned the staff this morning that if any of them were not being honest, they would face the consequences if any additional information came out.
All right, let's leave it there, Mr. Bosman from the City of Cape Town. Thank you.